because of small mistake. If na me, I for return that slap sharp sharp. Which kind rubbish, madam, be that?
No, make you calm down.
The first sound you heard before you entered Madam Bimbo's restaurant was not laughter. It was fear. Not the loud, screaming type, no. It was the quiet fear that lived in lowered eyes, trembling hands, and footsteps that tiptoed even in broad daylight. The kind of fear that made grown women hold their breath whenever the office door creaked open. People outside didn't know this. From the road, Madam Bimbo's restaurant was a palace of food and fragrance. Big glass windows, neatly arranged chairs, pots that never seemed to rest. Customers poured in morning till night, drawn by the aroma of spicy Yolof rice, pepper soup that could wake the dead, and soups so rich they looked like liquid gold. And Madam Bimbo herself? To customers, she was an angel in human skin. Always smiling, always polite, always calling people my dear and sir. She was a very big woman, front and back well loaded, solid like a pillar. When she walked, the ground seemed to respect her presence. Her laughter was loud, her confidence louder. Customers trusted her instantly. But behind the kitchen door, that smile died. Madam Bimbo ruled her restaurant like a military camp. Mistake, salary reduction. Explanation, unnecessary. Talking back, a slap could land before the sentence ended. Her 4 workers, Ayomide, Chidinma, Tracy, and Amina, worked like people walking on broken bottles. Every plate was counted, every spoon measured, every step calculated. They had a saying among themselves, "If Madam is smiling, be afraid." Because when Madam smiled too much, trouble was loading. It happened on a busy afternoon. The restaurant was full, customers shouting orders, plates flying, heat rising like anger. Ayomide, tired and sweating, made one small mistake. She served a customer the wrong food. The man exploded. "What is this? Is this what I ordered? Are you people mad?" Before Ayomide could apologize properly, Madam Bimbo heard the raised voice. She ran out of her office immediately. "My dear sir, so sorry, so sorry." Her smile appeared like magic. "It will never happen again." The customer calmed down. Food was changed. Peace returned. Then Madam Bimbo turned. She walked back into the kitchen slowly. Dangerously calm. Ayomide opened her mouth. "Madam, Slap, ha!" The sound echoed. The kitchen went silent. Ayomide's face turned red, her eyes filled with tears, her hands shaking. No explanation allowed, no mercy given. "Are you stupid?" Madam Bimbo shouted. "Do you know how much I will lose because of your uselessness?" The other girls stood frozen. That slap didn't land only on Ayomide's cheek. It landed on all of them. By the next morning, Ayomide did not come back. She quit quietly. Madam Bimbo did not care. She simply wrote boldly on a cardboard and hung it on the gate. Workers needed. No salary mentioned. No warning included. And that was how Jennifer walked in. Jennifer was young, neat, and hopeful. She had been searching for a job for weeks. When she saw the sign, her heart jumped. She entered. Madam Bimbo looked her over from head to toe. "You can work?" "Yes, Ma." "You are serious?" "Yes, Ma." Madam Bimbo nodded. "Come tomorrow morning." Jennifer left smiling from ear to ear. "At home," she announced it proudly. "I don't see job. The pay is very good." Ngozi, her roommate, screamed with happiness. "Thank God, at least rent matter will reduce small." Jennifer slept that night with dreams of stability. She didn't know she was walking into a storm. Monday morning, Jennifer resumed early. At first, everything was fine. Madam Bimbo smiled. Customers smiled. Jennifer relaxed. Then it happened. One small mistake in the kitchen. Just one. Madam Bimbo's face changed instantly. She shouted. Insults flew. Jennifer tried to explain, but the words were swallowed by Madam Bimbo's anger. Only one thing saved her that day. She was still new. No slap landed. Yet. When Madam Bimbo finally stormed out, Jennifer stood there shaken, confused, and embarrassed. She turned quietly to Chidinma and Tracy. Her voice was low, almost afraid. Please, is this how she behaves? Chidinma and Tracy exchanged a long look. A look that carried stories. Painful stories. Stories Jennifer was only beginning to enter. And somewhere in the office, Madam Bimbo sat down, smiling again, ready for the next customer, while another worker's fear silently took root. This was only the beginning. The trouble did not wait long. It came quietly, disguised as stew. That afternoon, the kitchen was unusually calm. Pots bubbled gently, spoons moved in rhythm, and the smell of food floated sweetly into the restaurant. Tracy was in charge of the stew that day. She had cooked it countless times before, same recipe, same steps. But this time her hand slipped. Just a little extra salt. Not enough to ruin the pot completely, but enough for the taste to change. Before she could correct it, Madam Bimbo tasted the stew. Her face twisted instantly. "What nonsense is this?" she shouted. The kitchen froze. "Tracy!" she roared. "Come here!" Tracy's heart dropped to her stomach. Slowly she walked forward, but not too close. Oh no. Tracy had worked with Madam Bimbo long enough to know better. She stopped at a safe distance, far enough to dodge a slap if one decided to fly. Madam Bimbo exploded. "Are you mad? Do you want to kill my customers? Is salt free in this house? Do you think money grows on trees?" She paced like a wounded lion, arms flying, voice shaking the walls. Every sentence landed like thunder. Tracy stood still, eyes down, mouth shut. She didn't say a word. Not because she had nothing to say, but because experience had taught her something important. Talking back invited disaster. Jennifer watched from the corner. Quietly. Carefully. Her eyes followed everything. The way Tracy stood far away, the way her body leaned slightly backward, ready to escape if Madam Bimbo raised her hand, the way Chidinma pretended to be busy to avoid attention. And inside Jennifer's mind, a voice spoke clearly. This woman no get respect, ooh. She watched Madam Bimbo rant like the world was ending. So because of this small mistake, nah, so you want bring this whole restaurant down? Nawa, ooh, Customers were still eating outside, laughing, enjoying the food. Money was still entering the cash register. Yet here was Madam Bimbo shouting like the roof was on fire. After nearly 15 minutes of quarrelling, Madam Bimbo finally stormed out of the kitchen. Silence followed. The kind of silence that hurts the ears. Tracy's shoulders slumped. She exhaled slowly like someone who had just escaped an accident. Her eyes were red, not from tears, but from holding them back. Jennifer walked closer. She touched Tracy gently on the arm. "Sorry, don't worry," Jennifer whispered. "Everything will be fine." Tracy looked at her and forced a weak smile. "It's okay," she said quietly. "You'll get used to it." That sentence hit Jennifer harder than the shouting. Get used to it? Jennifer stepped back, her heart heavy. In that moment, something changed inside her. She was no longer just a new worker trying to impress her madam. She was now a witness. And deep inside her mind, a thought began to form, slow, dangerous, and unstoppable. If nobody talks, this will never end. And Madam Bimbo, in her office, adjusted her chair, fixed her smile, and prepared to welcome the next customer, unaware that one pair of eyes was no longer just watching in fear, but thinking. So on one Wednesday, rain had fallen that morning, the kind that made people hungry and impatient. By noon, the restaurant was packed. Plates clattered, orders overlapped, and Madam Bimbo was in her office counting money with a satisfied smile. Jennifer was assigned to dish food. Her hands moved fast, too fast. In the rush, she mixed 2 plates. Just one customer. Just one wrong swallow. The man frowned. "Madam, I beg this soup no be the one I order." Before Jennifer could even apologise properly, Madam Bimbo's sharp ears caught the sentence. "Sir," her chair scraped loudly. The kitchen door burst open. "What is going on here?" Jennifer's heart skipped. She stepped forward quickly. "Madam, I'm sorry, it was a mistake." That was it. Madam Bimbo didn't let her finish. "Okay, shut up," she thundered. "Everyday mistake. Are you people cursed or what?" She faced the customer immediately, smile loading like generator. "So sorry, sir, so sorry. Please forgive us." Food was changed, customer calmed down. Then she turned back to the kitchen, and her smile vanished. Jennifer stood there, already shaking. Madam Bimbo began. She quarrelled. She quarrelled again. She quarrelled some more. Her voice rose and fell like siren. "Is this how you people want to ruin my business? Are you blind? Did I pick you from the street to come and disgrace me? Is sense expensive these days, Jennifer tried to speak. "Madam, please." Before the word please could land, slap, the sound was loud. "A clean." Sharp. Jennifer staggered back. Her cheek burned instantly like fire kissed her skin. The kitchen went dead silent. Even the pot seemed to stop boiling. Jennifer's eyes widened. She did not cry. Not immediately. Her hand slowly went to her face. Chidinma looked away. Tracy froze. Everyone knew this moment. Madam Bimbo leaned closer. "If you ever try nonsense again, I will show you pepper," she hissed. "Useless girl, what?" She stormed out like nothing happened.
If you felt every word of this story, then stay with me, subscribe and turn on the notification bell so when the next story is born, you will be right here to experience it from the very first line.